Good evening, all. Welcome to the Go Getters Cricket Academy online interactive session with elite cricketers. This is the first among a series of sessions planned. The objective of this initiative is to share the experiences of the elite cricketers who are high achievers, who has excelled at state or national level. Hopefully, these interactive sessions with high achievers will motivate the young boys and girls of Go Getters Cricket Academy and also make them believe they can also dream big. And if followed by a proper plan, and if it is effectively implemented, they can also excel and succeed at the highest level and be the stars of the future. This is very much in line with Go Getters Cricket Academy's objective, which is to produce a minimum one cricketer to represent the country by 2025. Now, coming to our first online interactive session, who better can we have than our own Rizwan Rauf? This youngster is from our own backyard, who's the pride of Kannur. A little bit on the background of Rauf. Like most of our children, he studied in a school in Kannur district, that is St. Joseph High School, Tellicherry, which is known for supporting sports for a very, very long time. He began his cricket career and the development of cricket skills were all from Kannur district, like most of our children. From the beginning, he had a burning desire to succeed and play cricket at the highest level. It didn't come easy for him. He relentlessly worked towards achieving this goal. Through his sheer focus, commitment, and hard work, he developed into a top-class right-handed batsman and a handy leg spin bowler. Just a brief about some of his achievements. He has distinction of representing Kerala state cricket teams and UAE national team. Brief about his what he achieved at the state level. He has the honor of representing Kerala team at all levels, different age groups. And he also captained the Kerala under-25 team, which won the PS Ram Mohan Rao tournament, who came runner-up in the tournament, which was held when he was the captain of the team. He also represented Kerala Ranji team and the ODI team for 2 seasons. Subsequently, he moved to Dubai to pursue his work career, and there he started playing cricket for Qatar in UAE. And since January 2019, he has been representing UAE national team. Some of his achievements playing for UAE, in his debut match against Nepal, he was the top scorer with 44 runs against Nepal. He was the second highest scorer of UAE in the UAE Zimbabwe ODI cricket series. That's not the end of it. It's just the beginning for Rizwan. He has more years to go playing for UAE, and we wish him all the success in the future years to come. Lastly, I would also like to share with you that Rizwan is not only a good cricketer, he has been an extremely good student all along. He has pursued his education and cricket together. And through proper planning, he has managed to do education plus sports. Normally, you have an issue, people say you either study or you play. But I think Rizwan has managed to do both at the same time by managing his time effectively through proper time management. He holds an engineering degree from a highly reputed educational institute called QSAD, Cochin University, and he has come out with flying colors from the institute. So he followed a model of studies plus sports and not studies versus sports. That proves you can study and play at the same time. He is employed as an engineer with Bukhatar Group in UAE. Like cricket, he is also following a clear career growth plan at work. I wish him all the success and achievements in both areas of interest.
Thank you.
I am delighted to welcome Rizwan Rauf on behalf of Go Getters Cricket Academy students, parents, and management. Rizwan,
Thank you, Nizarka, for the lovely introduction. I'm
thank you very
very
much for accepting our invitation to be the
thanks a lot.
chief
Thanks.
for this
Thanks a lot.
online interactive session.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I hand over to Vaishak to continue the rest of the program.
Thank you,
Rizwan,
Nizarka.
once again,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Welcome, Rizwanka. And we have some special appearance here. We have got Shahid CP, a 3 trophy representation from Kerala. Then we have Akshaya Sadananthan, our lady cricketer. And we have Fabid Ahmad. I would like to welcome them also towards the interactive session. And Rizwanka, you are a combination of both an engineer as well as a cricketer. So as a cricketer, how did you manage to balance your academics with cricket?
Yeah, I've always given importance to my studies. That's the reason my parents, supported me always. You won't believe I was a topper in my school in 10th, and I got 90% in my +2. So that's the reason they always supported me, in my pursuing my cricket career. I was out almost for 3 months studying in 10th, playing for my state and all. It was the first year I got into under-17 state. So I missed a lot of, studies time. So I got the support from my teachers also and my fellow friends. So I always made sure that I didn't, miss out my study time. So my parents always knew that, okay, even though he plays, he will make up for the, the time waste and all. So that support has always been there. And we need the supports of the parents,
Yeah.
So it's not easy otherwise to, balance both.
Yeah. Was it a fear factor that parents won't allow you to play cricket if you score less in the exam, something like that? Anything bothered you during that time?
No, the good thing is that my parents never, built a sort of pressure in me. I mean, they let me choose what I want. So but I didn't, misuse the freedom which they gave also. So I knew that if I want to keep getting the freedom, I need to deliver also. So that made me, pursue my things rigorously. Yeah.
Then Rizwanka, the next question. once in an interview, R. Ashwin gave a comment that being a cricketer, being an engineer, I tried to apply my engineering knowledge to cricket too, and that works for me. So, any comments on that?
Yeah, there are areas which you can implement or use that specific knowledge. There are a lot of aerodynamics things coming up in cricket. There are a lot of things which you can implement in cricket. But for me, I would say, the thing which helped me was the discipline. To be able to come out as a good student or as a good engineer, you have to have that discipline in life. While I was studying engineering, simultaneously I got selected in Ranji Trophy also. And my friends, after playing Ranji Trophy and state matches, would go to home, enjoy with the friends. But I had to fly back to my college hostel and study. So for me, yeah, I had to sacrifice a little my time with the friends and all. But everything, there is some benefits later if you strive and struggle for a certain time. So yeah.
So the next one is you said about the impact of the family you got in the cricket as well as in the academy. So what was the role of your family, especially when you struggled the most in cricket? What was the role of your family? How they backed you?
Yeah, the role of family is, I can't even express the gratitude I need to give them, because my father ensured that I had all the best equipments to play. He used to bring bats for me from Dubai. Those times to have those CA bats and all, no, it's like it was a luxury. So I had that, cushion to get those equipments from him. That was so kind from his side, and it's also helped me in pursuing my things better. And obviously, when you are away from your home, right, so they also miss us, but they ensured that okay, you are trying to pursue your ambition and the dreams. So they ensured that support system was always there. So I was lucky in that aspect.
So then when you are standing in this international circuit, when you turn and look back to the paths you have traveled, what do you think that was the first thing that come to your mind? What was the thing that led you to cricket?
Yeah, I would say actually I was born in India, but
Yeah.
I studied till my 5th standard or something in UAE. So those period I didn't have that much cricket. And in UAE, those times cricket was not that, top. It was there. I'm not telling it's not there, but football was the main sport played by the locals. So I was not into cricket much, but after coming to India, I had a lot of relatives used to play cricket. So in my family, just my father's family, which is not a Potangandi, we had good cricketers also. There is Munir who played for junior state also. So we had that, the deep love of the game in our family. So we used to play in our backyards for fun and all. But I don't know, you won't believe that I didn't get selected for my under 14 district team for 2 years. I was a fast bowler. I used to bowl leg spin in my backyard and all, but I thought, okay, if I'm a fast bowler, I would get selected. I tried for 2 years. I went for the trials, everything. I never got selected for 2 years. And I was almost dejected. I said, no, it's not my cup of tea. I'll try something else. So I almost gave up. But in my last year of under 14, I thought, okay, anyways, I'm trying leg spin at home. I know I'll try in the trials also. So actually, I got picked in the under 14 district as a leg spinner. So yeah, then slowly, that the love for the game developed, and step by step, I got selected to the under 17. I didn't got selected for the state team first hand. Then I played under 15 next year, maybe zonal team. It was under 17 where I first got selected into the state team. Yeah, that was the small journey, I would say.
So as you said, you got rejected for the first 2 times for under 14 selection for district team. So how did
Yeah.
you respond to that situation?
No, yeah, that's a good, question. Obviously, we'll feel dejected. I mean, but cricket, such a big sport in our district, our area. I have had that passion always. So I was not, worried or, sad about, so much sad about that. Love for the game always pushed me hard. And I always set myself unrealistic goal. Even before I got selected for the district team, I wanted to play state. I always kept myself unrealistic goal, but those unrealistic goal made me to work hard for those process. Which was, as you can see, it's a boring process sometimes. Nobody's seeing us. We are working on our own. Yeah, that passion, I would say, that kept me going even in those adverse times.
Nice, nice, Rizwanka. I still remember you telling after each practice sessions to everyone surrounded around you that everybody playing cricket will get paid one day and all your efforts won't go in vain. Can you please deliver it once again for our kids from in your own words?
Yeah, actually, I remember the time when you used to practice a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember that times with you also. You would work so hard with your off spin. I still remember that you're trying to rectify your grip, your release, everything. I used to, I used to wonder how hardworking you are, and your work ethic was so good. But you are always thinking about why the results are not coming your way. But I said, you believe yourself, keep doing the process, and cricket, the game will, reward you sooner or the later. Now, mashallah, you are the coach of the one of the prestigious academy in Kerala. So yeah, cricket always will, give you back.
Yeah, Rizwanka, everything, every single knowledge that you shared with us has been always helpful for us, and we were always trying to apply all the positive things you have provided to us. And then moving to the next question, being a sports person, you have to make sacrifices, and you said that sacrifices are your investment. What do you think was the biggest sacrifice you have given for cricket?
No doubt, the time with my family and my friends. I love hanging out with my family and friends and all, but I had to miss a lot. I used to miss a lot of family marriages, family functions, just for cricket. My cousin sisters' marriages, my so many relatives' marriages I missed because of cricket. But when we hear now, our family gets proud of our achievements. Now, then we get a feel, okay, all those sacrifices didn't go for vain. You know, that's the main thing for me, which was a sacrifice which I had to do for cricket.
Yeah, Rizwan, great input for our trainees here. So then moving on, we have got two of your friends here, Shaidka and Fabika. So can you share some of the best experiences you had with Fabid and Shaidka playing together for the same club as well as the same state team?
Yeah, we had a lot of memories playing together. Shai was senior to me, but I always, look with all the skill he had, and he has been rated by the best players that as the top player. Even when I know, we all know the achievements he had done for the state. I mean, when he came to UAE to play a tournament called KCL, which was, Chris Gill was the brand ambassador of the tournament, and many guys who played with us and against us was amazed by the skill he had. I mean, he could effortlessly take the ball both sides. I mean, they were amazed by the skills which he had, and his record speaks for himself. Fastest to 15 Ranji Trophy. The thing speaks of himself. And we had a lot of memories. We played in the same team called Cordian in Cochin, so we had a lot of memories playing there. And to talk about Fabi, he is also, I would say, a prodigy like Salman, and he also have done enough for the Kerala. He has also the record of the fastest, 100 for Kerala. And he's also very, we also share a lot of jokes off the field. We gelled very well off the field. We speak a lot, sharing the ideas, sharing his experience. I also used to call him till now. I used to share my experience, how we went through tough times, what helped us, survive those times. All those, that bond is there. So that helps us to, tackle all the tough times, we face. We all face with difficulties, one way or the other. But if you have good friends with us, who are thick and strong in our good and bad times, they also always helps us. So I'm lucky, and we Tilchans are lucky to have those good guys around with us who can help us in any situation. Yeah.
Great, Rizwanka. We are very lucky to have Rizwanka with us and Shahidka as well as Fabi with us. And moving on to the next question. So, how positively did cricket help you to deal your personal problems if you faced any?
Yeah, cricket, as everybody know, it's a great leveler, it can give you highs, it can give you lows, but it gives you a sort of balance, don't get success to your head, and don't allow failures to get on top of you. It teaches many life lessons, isn't? So that aspect, cricket helped me a lot. I mean, having a strong faith and believing in your ability, but at the same time keep doing the things which are in your control. In life there are many things which are in our control, right? Control the controllables and leave the uncontrollables. That sort of process helped me in life also, to tackle any adversity, handle any criticism. People, as someone, I think Sachin always said, people will throw the stones at you. Make sure that you make that into milestones. So so a lot of things help me. The game, in a lot of ways help me.
Yeah, Rizwanka, excellent input from your side. And moving on to the next question. So, what it took you to get into the national team? So, how do you think that took you to the national side of UAE?
Yeah, to be fair, you need the skills to reach, but you need the good people around to support you, right? Otherwise, you will be, going off track. For me, there are many people who supported me in that way, even when I didn't believe. Obviously, I had that deep drive in me, to reach. I'm a person who always kept unrealistic goal. Even when I didn't play for Ranji Trophy, I wanted to play for India, which seemed in India or international cricket, which seemed unrealistic at that point of time. But I'm a person with good faith. I always prayed to God, and I also worked hard. But that time playing international cricket was unrealistic, isn't it? You didn't even play for Ranji Trophy, then you're dreaming of playing an international cricket. How crazy it is it? So, but I kept working hard. But unfortunately, I was not able to push my case so much in Kerala. I had to finish my engineering and all. But when I came to UAE, actually I cannot forget the person who pursued or convinced me to come over here. You have good cricket here. That's Mr. Sitik Mashood. He convinced me that you should come over here. You have enough cricket here. You should pursue my cricket here. He convinced me. Even my father, a lot of time he took visa and all to me to come here. I never came. I almost wasted his money and all. I said, I don't want to come to UAE. But Mashoodka convinced me that you should come here and pursue dreams here. So that sort of, pushed me to do that. Even when I was, working hard, I have to manage my job and all. Mashoodka always reminded me that, no, you have to play for UAE. I want a player from Tilicheri to play for UAE. He always constantly, he was at my ears. You have to play. You have to play. That sort of, kept my belief going. Oh, I can achieve. Hearing this from a respected person who had achieved so much in cricket and in life. So that sort of motivated me. And I was lucky to play for Telecity Cricket Club once I came here in UAE, which is one of the prestigious clubs in UAE with almost 30 plus years of history. So I was lucky to get a break play into that team, which had a lot of stars in that. And one of the matches which I played initially when I just went to UAE was against a team called Grand Midwest, which had almost 5-6 international players who played for Pakistan, like Umar Akmal, Sarfraz Ahmad, the captain, and Kamran Akmal, and that Imran Nazir, and that fast bowler Anwar Ali. So playing against those top quality players, uplifts yourself. You said, now you're competing against those stars. When you perform there, you got to get a belief that now I can play against them. I can achieve bigger goals. So the support which I got from Nasser Ka and Mashukai, and that's very, I can't be grateful enough for that. And there are many people who supported me during times. There's a player called Prashant Bragg, I used to speak to, because he also played for UAE as a batsman. So I used to talk to him, how he approached his innings. I used to take the brains from him, how he managed his schedule, how he prepared for a match. So I used to always ask a lot of questions. Sometimes it will irritate people, but you benefit from that, right? You don't ever be shy from asking. If you ask, you'll be a fool for 5 minutes. But if you don't ask, you'll be a fool lifelong, isn't it? So yeah. I was never shy from asking questions, taking brains from people. So I believe those sort of small things help me in the way. And eventually, I think that belief with the support of people and the prayers of your close one will help you achieve things which people think is impossible.
Yeah, Rizwan, very valuable point for our kids to note it. Then moving to my next question. Cricket is not played professionally in UAE. You have a day job. Hence, how do you manage to play cricket and working during day and also looking after your family, playing cricket? How do you manage these things together?
Yeah, it's challenging. I won't say it's not challenging. It's challenging, obviously, but I'm lucky to get great support from my family, especially from my wife, who makes sure that I don't have to do anything other than working and playing cricket. She takes care of everything else, even buying groceries, anything. She manages for me. So sort of I can focus on my game and the work. And the good thing here in UAE is that you get a lot of matches. I used to play almost like 4 matches in a week. So that match experience helps me a lot. That fear of failure has went away from me. And we are unlucky in Kerala or in our part where we don't play much matches, isn't? We practice a lot, but we don't play matches. But playing a lot of matches in UAE helped me a lot. I was lucky to play against top quality sides even before making my UAE debut. I got to play against West Indies test team, which came to UAE before they went to play test match against India. So playing likes of Shannon Gabriel, who is bowling 145 plus, you don't get that chance always, right? So those things, playing in UAE always helped me. I played against Rashid Khan's team, Afghanistan recently. So I played against counties like Surrey, Lancashire. So you don't get the experience in India, right? So obviously playing those teams and against those players, helped us boost our morale and all. So yeah.
Great, Rizwanka. So Rizwanka, you have played matches against quality teams and you have played against quality players, means international players. So what do you think? What is difference between our players, means the players over Kerala and the players in the international circuit? Is there anything that do differently, something like that?
Obviously, I would say the skill-wise we are up there. I won't say we don't lack anywhere in the terms of skill, but we miss out a lot of, as I said before, practice matches possibility. When you don't make mistakes, you don't learn, right?
Yeah.
You learn when you make mistakes. In victory, we don't learn much. But when you play matches, when you make mistakes, then only we learn, right? So those things we miss in Kerala. But because of the geographical conditions, we have a lot of rain and we don't have much grounds available. So if we can sort those things, and playing so much matches with the practice, it will help in our cricket also. That's my belief.
So very great to hear from you. Then hard work or smart work? What do you say?
I would say a bit of both. You need both. You should not just working without purpose. Practice with purpose is the key for me. You need a purpose. Practice with purpose will take you places. Instead of doing things mechanically, have a purpose always in your practice. For example, I believe quantity obviously over quality. If you do 10 minutes in the nets, but with a proper plan in place, that will benefit you better than doing 1 hour without any plan in place, doing mechanically. So have a plan in place and do specifically. Then you will get things more easier.
So it's a combination of both hard work and smart work.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Rizwan, the next question is, there are several ills in world cricket like match fixing, sport fixing, etc. As a cricketer, how do you stay away from them? And what lesson do you give to youngsters with regards to this?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, that is a menace which is there all over the world right now. So educating people in the early ages will help a lot of, cause, my belief is that if you do the right things, everything will fall in place. If you do the right things and in the right way, everything will fall in place. No one, as Sachin Tendulkar said, dreams do come true,
Yeah.
but you have to chase it in the right way. Don't find any shortcuts, anything. What happens with this match fixing and all, people chase shortcuts, short money. I mean, in a easy way,
Yeah.
but it won't last. Even you will lose all the respect which you have gained. There is we have been guided nowadays. Before every international match, there will be match referee coming here. They will be telling us how the people will approach you, what they will offer you, and how to negate that. We have to ensure that you always connected with the anti-corruption officer. We have all the numbers in our mobile. We have to ensure that any susceptible activities there, you have to report to them. So we have been covered. So kids having an idea in the get educated in the initial stage also, it's very good. I would say.
Yeah, Rizwanka. Very valuable points added. Rizwanka, we have some of our trainees eagerly waiting to ask the questions to you. So I'll be moving on to them. We have many of our trainees. They are very eagerly to interact with you. So first of all, I would like to welcome Bhavyananta to ask a question. Bhavya, you can speak now.
Yeah.
Yadish bhai, unmute cheyo.
Yeah, over a minute.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Sir, what difference did you feel between UAE cricket and playing cricket in India?
Yes, I almost covered slightly, but I would again, tell to you that cricket in UAE is little different from India, because in UAE you have almost like 10 months of cricket, which is not possible in India. In Kerala, we have rain over there, isn't? We miss a lot of matches. We don't get much practice in the outdoor. But in UAE, you play a lot of matches against good quality oppositions. and different cultures. We get to play against Sri Lankan people, we get to play against Pakistani people, which both of them have different strength. You know, Pakistanis are a little more built stronger. Sri Lankans have a lot of other good skills. You get to mingle with a lot of other communities, other nationalities. You learn from them, you know. So in this ways, cricket is different from India.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bhavya. Thank you, Rizwanka, for your answer. And we'll move on to Aditya Nair. Aditya Nair, you can ask your question to Rizwan, sir.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
I'm an under 16 cricketer. What all preparations should I make to get into the state side?
That's a good question. Yeah, you need to have a good goal, as I would say. For what the thing which I would suggest you is that have a unrealistic goal, maybe for 2-3 years, but same time have a realistic goal, maybe for 1 year. So for you, I think it's a realistic goal to play for the state, isn't? So you have to have a bit more realistic goal that, okay, to reach there, I have to play zone first, isn't?
Yes, sir.
Before that, you need to play junior district, and you have to perform there, isn't?
Yes, sir.
And you have to perform the way that you don't need anyone to push your case. Be so good that they can't ignore you. Understand? Be
Yes, sir.
so good. Get a good 100, get a good 50 not out, you know. So be so good that they cannot ignore you. And if you are a batsman, think, how can I get hundreds? If you are a bowler, think, how can I get wickets? Have that intention while you practice also. Imagine, have visualization, you know, before even going to the nets, and think while you play in the nets, okay, I will play as if I'm playing in a match. So that bring that intensity even in the nets. So it's all about habits, building good habits. If you build good habits, it will help you in performing. If you perform, everything will fall in place. All the selection will follow you. Don't think of selection and play. If you do the right things and do all the good things, everything will fall in place.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Adi, for your question, and thank you, Rizwanka. I still remember asking to Rizwanka the same thing, also to Manzarka, how can I get into the district team? You both of you guys always said to me that believe in the process, that results will come to you. I still remember that.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, as I told, you know, I was not selected for 2 years. 2 years is not a small time, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wanted to play for state, but I was not even selected for the district. So how will I play for the state? You know, but I kept pushing relentlessly. I wanted, you know, to work hard. I wanted to achieve my dream. No, you will get setbacks for sure in life. You know, if you get everything easily, you'll not value it, isn't it? So when you work hard and keep pushing your limits, then you value it more, and you will, you know, you will have that hunger to get it there. And as somebody said, quick success builds ego, and slow success builds character, isn't it? If you have to work hard, that builds the character. Even if you don't get selected, you are strong enough, you know, to handle anything.
Yeah.
So believe in that process, as you said.
Yeah, very valuable point, this one. Very valuable point. So then the next question is from one of our hardworking, smart cricketer, Imran Ashraf. So I would like to ask Imran Ashraf to ask your question.
Hi sir, I am Imran Ashraf.
Hi Imran.
My question is, being a batsman, how I need to prepare to bat in top order?
So okay, you are an opening batsman or top order batsman, right?
Yes.
So as a top order batsman, you need to play new ball, right? So with the new ball, it might swing, you know. You don't know if you're playing tough conditions, you don't know how the pitch will behave. You don't know, maybe if you didn't study about the opposition, you don't know what they are going to bowl. So you need, you know, certain times to adjust to know what you are facing, isn't? So obviously that visualization, having your own practice time, I'll imagine, okay, what I'm going to do will help, obviously. And while going to the when you are in batting, try to play your 100% shots. I would say the sort of shots you can play even after getting up and from the sleep and play. The certain shots we like. For example, some people like cover drive a lot. Even in the sleep they will play cover drive, isn't it? So certain shots you love or you like, you are strong at. Play those shots only initially. Then when you settle, you can play for all other shots. You can increase your horizon. But initially, just play, as people say, play in the V. Everyone has their own V or as their own area. So play your strength only initially. Once you settle, you can play with all your shots. Then everything, the runs will come slowly.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Imran, and thank
Welcome.
you.
Welcome. Yeah.
Then we have Sayanth to ask a question. Sayanth, can you please ask your question? Sayanth.
Hi, Sayanth.
Sayanth is there? So I think he's technically not available. Then we'll move on to Abhiraj. Abhiraj, can you please ask your question?
Hi sir, I am Abhiraj. My
Hi,
question is,
Abhilash. Yeah.
fitness activities you do between your age from 12 to 16 years.
Fitness activities.
Hello?
Yes. During those times,
Hello?
hello, can you hear me?
Hello,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dinesh bhai, can you mute Sayanth?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah, during just a hello.
Hello. So I am here.
1 second. Yeah, during those times, we didn't do much activities, I would say, in the gyms and all, but we had a wonderful core group those times. I still remember the Mazhar, who is the Ranji Trophy assistant coach right now. We Mazhar, me, Diju Das, who is also the coach of the academy right now. We used to have a lovely batch. We used to go every day to the practice. We used to run a lot. We used to do catching practice. We used to have a lovely, healthy competition in the nets. We used to say, okay, I'll try to get you out. We had that competitiveness in us. And, we used to run a lot. We used to do fielding practice. That was our training, I would say, those times. We were fit also. If you feel well in Talisheri Old Stadium, you can feel from anywhere. The previous situation there. But we all used to be good fielders because of that. Mazhar would testify that we will throw the ball high up in the sky, and we used to compete ourselves to catch that. So those fielding drills and all kept us very well trained and fit those days. But later now we have a lot of information. We have a lot of now gym facilities right now. You can access that now. So those times, body weight exercise used to be our go-to, and the fielding drills, those heavy, hectic drills which we used to enjoy, helped us in one way.
Okay sir, thank you.
Thank you, Abhiraj. And we have Akul and Anirudh to ask the question. Akul, can you please ask the question?
Yes, sir. Hi, sir.
Hi.
Sir, was cricket an ambition from your childhood, or was it a sudden diversion?
As I said here, till under 14, I didn't even play anything.
Yeah.
Till my 14th age, I didn't play even district team, anything. But deep down in my heart, I always wanted to be a cricketer. Even when the things weren't on place, I have had that ambition in myself, which helped me keep going. Even though I was late to cricket, that drive in me helped me to pursue the hard ways. Things won't be there won't be roses all the way. There will be thorns. There will be hard drives. There will be rejections. You will be facing that. But if you have that ambition, you will always pursue those dreams, even if it's impossible or hard. So I would say, dream big. Everything will be easy for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Akul. And we have another hardworking, smart cricketer, Riza, to ask his question. Riza, can you please ask your question?
Oh, hi, sir.
Hi, Riza.
I'm Riza. Yeah.
Hi.
Sir, how did you manage to dominate over the spinners? Was it premeditated that you will never let the spinner settle?
That's a good question. Yeah, especially I would say, as the leg spinner myself, I used to imagine. So what would unsettle me? If I am allowed to bowl at one place, I know I will get on top of the batsman. But if I am not allowed to bowl at a place, I'm already unsettled, right? So I try to be proactive when the spinner comes on, So it will not allow him to settle at a place. So as you said, premeditation is good, but you have to ensure that you have done enough work, to do that. In your practice, you have practiced enough to do that. It's a fine line being brave and foolish, right? It's a fine line. So you have to ensure that you have done enough work in the nets so that you can do and replicate in the match. So being proactive is good. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Riza. Very valuable point added by Rizwan Ka. Then we have Parthiv to ask you a question. Parthiv, can you please ask your question?
Hi, sir. I am Parthiv.
Hi, Parthiv.
Sir, what were the goals you set in your childhood to achieve your dreams?
Yeah, hi, Parthiv. Coming to the question, I always had different goals in different, phase of my life. For me, when I didn't play even state team, reaching to state team was my goal, isn't it? So I got selected for under 17 for 2 years, but I was not able to perform up to my potential or expectation which I had. So those times, my aim was to perform well for the state. So in my under 19, when I represented under 19, we played in Mumbai, in Wankhede Stadium, which is one of the home grounds of Mumbai Indians also. And we played against likes of Varun Aran, Saurabh Tiwari, Shahbaz Nadeem for Kerala, and we won against them. Top class team in a good ground. And I was the top scorer in that match also. I almost got 6 catches in the sleep. And those times my aim was to perform well for the state. I had bigger dreams, but I always ensure that I have smaller dreams also in place. And then later, my aim was to get into the under 22 team. When I reached under 22 team, my aim was to perform for the under 22 team. Then I performed well. I got 100 for my state, and I got into the senior team. Then then after getting into the senior team, I was lucky enough to represent my team to the tour of South Africa. I played against Cape Town team in South Africa. I scored a 70 against them. So, we need to have different goals and different point of time. Now, right now, I have kept myself a different dream that I will share later. So I hope you have got the answer.
Thank you, Parthiv. And Rizwan, I still remember your short-term goal was to hit Fabi for a 6, and Fabi's short-term goal during the next session was to get you out. You still remember?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. We always used to have that healthy competition or that competitiveness in us. That helped us. We used to pull each other's leg. I used to hit you a lot of sixes there, and you used to tease me. I got you out a lot of times in the nets. So that competitiveness is good actually. We have that healthy things. Then when a situation like that comes in the match, we are already prepared for that, you know. So those things you obviously will help you.
Very valuable point added, Rizwanka. So we have another interesting question from Ashin. Ashin, can you ask?
Hi, sir.
Hi, Ashwin.
My question is, in your cricketing career, was there any such situation where you got through bad form for a prolonged period and you managed to get over it?
Yes, yeah, it's a very good question. You know, as a cricketer, whichever level you play, whichever category you will play, everyone will go through that phase, isn't? Even Virat Kohli had a phase. Even he didn't score anything more than 10 runs in England tour. But after certain times, he made sure that that failure is a burning fuel for him for the success later. Yeah, even as I told before, when I just got into the under 17 state, I scored a lot of runs in the process up to that. I performed in district matches. I performed in zone matches. I got a 7-wicket haul in the state camp. But when I represented the state, I was not able to perform. It's the way I wanted. Maybe the expectation of myself got the better of me. I was actually dejected. It was my dream to play for the state. When I got into the state, I couldn't perform initially. But you know that process or the help from the seniors, I spoke to them. I used to speak a lot to Mazhar, all to my seniors, even Diju, all the seniors who used to be there. Used to share a lot. I used to discuss the game with them. What can I do better to improve? What can I bring to my game so that I can have enough skill to perform there? So even if, for example, if you don't learn from the failure, then it's not experience. You just pass the time. Even if you learn from the mistakes, then it's experience, isn't it? So make sure that the failure gives you lesson. It's not just a waste of time. If you take it that way, you'll go a long way for sure, inshallah.
Thank you, Ashin.
Thank you,
But
sir.
Rizwanka, we never saw a frustrated Rizwanka ever in the session, practice session. I have never seen a frustrated Rizwanka. How did you manage to keep that?
No, as I said, even last day when we was discussing with Sanju that about being aggressive or, you know, having the right attitude, he used to say that as a cricketer, you need aggression. Without aggression, you cannot, you know, survive in sport. So as I said, you need that aggression, but it's up to the person, you know. Some people show it outside, but some people have that aggression deep running into them. So I'm sort of a person, sometimes I don't show it, but that deep drive is there. Aggression is there. Yeah. It's
Very
all up to the
valuable
certain
point.
individual. Yeah, yeah.
Very valuable point. Rizwanka. Then we have our next question from Dia. Dia, can you please unmute yourself and ask the question? So I think they face some technical issues, and we'll be moving to Tirtha. Tirtha.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, speak on, Tirtha.
Hi, Tirtha. Sorry.
Hi, sir.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to hear
So,
that.
what about your fitness goal?
That's a good question. Yes, as somebody told, there is a coach, UAE coach. There was a coach for UAE, non-Akib Javed. So my seniors from UAE team always used to tell me now that if you want to be number one, you have to be number one in everything, not only in cricket. You have to be number one in fitness also. So fitness is very important, especially as you know, in Indian cricket. Fitness is a big part. So we have to ensure that we are doing all the right things in fitness. we as a UA team have a fitness plan in place. We got a program from our UA trainer that which you have to follow every week, and they analyze our fitness. They ensure that we are doing everything, and we send, even in the lockdown time, used to send videos to the trainer that we are doing his programs regularly. So that fitness is very important. It's a very good question. Danya.
Thank you, Tirtha. And we have Sayan. I think he's back now.
Thank
So
you,
Sayan can ask
sir.
a question. Thank you,
You're
Tirtha.
welcome.
Thank you, Tirtha. And we'll move on to Sayan. Sayan. Sudesh, can you please unmute Sayan?
Hello.
Sayan.
Hello, sir. I'm Saint.
I'm Sam. Hi, Sam.
Yeah, fine. So how sure?
Okay, I think Sayan is facing some technical issues. And we'll move on to Hari Krishna. Hari Krishna, can you please ask your question? Hari Krishna and Yadu Krishna. Yadish bhai, can you please unmute them?
Hari Krishna, let me just check. Huh?
Okay, it's okay. Then we'll move on to Samarjit. Samarjit, you can ask your question. So Samarjit is our youngest cricketer.
Hi, Samarjit.
My name is Samjit. Who's your favorite cricketer?
Hi, Samarjit. Yeah, tell me.
Who's your favorite cricketer?
Oh, that's a cute question, Samarjit. Yeah, for me, the favorite, it's a tough choice, but yeah, the cricketers who used to inspire me a lot, I would say, one is Moeen Ali, which is England's player, purely of his skills, and one is Virat Kohli. These are the two of my favorite players. I would say the reason also purely because of the skill level of Moeen Ali. I like him a lot. His elegance while batting. I'm also a batting all-rounder like him. So I think he's also the same. He's a batting all-rounder. And Virat Kohli, obviously, he's the legend of the game. I like his game a lot. The way he prepares, the legend he has become, and the way he prepares for every match, the standards he has set in the game. So yeah, those are my favorite players.
Thank you, Samarjit, and valuable point to be added by Swanka.
Welcome.
And we have Ashian, one of our young cricketers, to ask a question. Ashian, can you please ask your question? Vidish bhai.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Ashian. How are you?
Being a spinner, what all things should we think to bowl an aggressive batsman?
That's a good question, Ashian. As a spinner, you should not worry of getting hit. That's the main thing. You should enjoy the bowling. Even if you get hit, you should think positively that, okay, I will get the batsman out. And you should always think, how can I get the batsman out? How will I outthink him? How will I think better than him? If you are a leg spinner, you will, leg spinners are wicket takers, isn't? So as a leg spinner, you will get hit for runs, but you should have that big heart, to still try your variations or things which will help you and learn quickly. You'll make mistakes, but try to learn quickly. And, as Shane once said, if you are an attacking bowler, put a defensive field. In a match, if you're an attacking bowler, put a defensive field. If you're a defensive bowler who doesn't have much variations, but then you can put attacking field. So see the difference. I hope you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good point. You can take and you can work on and do the drills. If you want to be a good spinner, do the drills a lot. consult with your coach what you want to work on. Ask questions, ask good questions to him. If you don't ask, you don't learn, right? So ask questions. Don't forget that.
Thank you, Ashyan. It's a valuable point added. And Rizwan Ka,
Thank you, sir.
adding on to that, you said about mind games. Being a spinner, you have to play mind games. So is there any such experience in your cricketing career that you played mind games and got a wicket?
Yes, that's a good question. Just a second, Vishal, just hold on 1 second. Hi, Vishal. Yeah, sorry for that.
Yeah.
My battery is getting slight lesser, so I have to ensure other plans is in place. Okay. All right. Yeah. Playing mind games. Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, if you have a certain rivalry with certain players, then no,
Yeah.
you know the certain strength of certain players. Some people, they don't watch the hand. Some batsman doesn't watch the hand. So for them, it will be tough to pick the variation. So when you know that they are not picking your variation, it's actually fun. You play with them. They doesn't know which way it's going. We will set up with 2 leg spinners. Okay, they will think, okay, now it's leg spin only. Then we'll bowl 1 slider. So that playing with the minds of the bowler, it's fun. When you take cricket at that way, then it's all fun. You don't take that pressure in yourself. You just enjoy the process. That's what I think.
So is there any experiences you had during a matches? Can you describe any matches you played against any team you got wicket like that?
Yes, I would say there is a player here in the UA cricket. He is always worried when I'm bowling what variation is coming. That I know very well. So for me, when I get to against him, so sort of it's a fun moment for me. I know that he's not picking my variations, but I should not get excited also. So I keep my level headed so that I know when to try the variation. And when you have certain guys as your bunny, it's all fun. So that's one of the experience. So I don't taking his name. He might watch this, so I'm not taking his name. So I had an experience like that.
You said you had a lot of variations, but you still lost to our Sangeet Sagar.
Yeah, he's very, very talented guy. So we had a fun moment when I was in my Tilcheri. So we had a fun moment that, okay, we'll bowl all the leg spin, off spin, left arm spin, left arm Chinaman. So we had a fun competition, and he did everything very well also. So the talent is there.
I can still remember that section.
Yeah. I was having a lot of fun there. And the accuracy which he bowled was amazing.
Then we have Adish PV to ask his question. Adish PV, can you please ask your question? Adish is here.
Adish, I'm not sure if he's here.
Okay, then it's done with the trainees part, and we have one extraordinary presence. As we all know, Telsheri is blessed with superb talents, and we have another Ranji Trophy player, the wizard left arm spinner Masood Ka with us. So Masood Ka, I would like to welcome you towards the interactive session, and I would like to ask you to ask one of your questions to Rizwan Ka.
Hello.
Masood Ka, unmute.
Masood Ka? Masood Ka, you can unmute yourself. Hello. Yeah. Let me just check. Masood Ka. I'm sorry, I think he left, I think.
He's under Talasheri Cricket Club.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have Shaika here. So Shaika, can you please unmute yourself and so I think they are
I, I have asked them. I have asked them to unmute.
okay. Then we have our own Prashant sir with us. So as we all know, Prashant sir and Rizwan, they are close friends, and I would like to welcome Prashant sir to interact with Rizwan ka and share some experiences together.
Thanks, Vaishak. I think yes, I think I heard for the first time Rizwan's journey as a young cricketer, and a lot of experiences he had shared is quite relevant to all the young trainees of this academy. He talked about his failures, he talked about his preparation, he talked about his how he balanced his studies and cricket. I know Rizwan as a quite a focused and very determined cricketer. I've seen him young. I think I do recollect when he mentioned that I think Mashood was responsible. Mashood is a dear friend of mine, and he's responsible for him coming to UAE. And I think that is more confirmed now. But one thing I've always seen is I've seen him grown strength-wise over and over the years. I've seen him. I've seen him the first year when he came to UAE and how he played his cricket. Of course, UAE is a different ball game as such than probably India is concerned. I think he played with a lot of Kerala cricketers against other states, but within his own community. When he came to UAE, he has to play with the Pakistanis, Indians, Sri Lankans, as well as the Western expats in his team, getting trained into the modern facilities. And I think I've seen him developed as from where he was when first he came into what he is at the moment. And I think these records and all say a lot about himself. And he's a good role model for the young kids to be followed as an example how to go about his career. And he mentioned I think he's a very good student apart from cricket, which is also quite important. So that doesn't mean that people who play cricket doesn't study. So you can say that I think he can study as well as and also play cricket. So that's a good example. I think overall, I think I do wish him, because he's just he started playing for UAE now, and I think I wish him a lot more success in his career as a UAE national team cricketer. I'm very keenly following his cricket, mentoring him whenever I possibly can with my experiences as well as what I see him. And I think he does talk a lot and he wants answers to a lot of questions. But ultimately, I think one thing about cricketer is that you have to find answers for yourself, right? Your coach or anybody else cannot find those answers. They can guide you, they can coach you, they can give you different perspectives, but you yourself have to find that answer. And you've seen that I think when he didn't make it to this under 14 state team couple of years, he was determined to make it to the next level. So he has played all these junior levels, he played his state level, he came to UAE. Initially, I know there is a rule gap in UAE where you have to be there at least 2 years to 4 years to represent national team. He's done all this hard work, and now he has seen the results coming up. He's played for the national team, played against good players, scored against runs. So you can see like the hard work what he has put on has definitely paid rewards. But this is not the end for him. This is just the beginning. And I would see this one playing a lot more for UAE, break a lot of records, and good luck. But I've got one question for Rizwan is, again, most of the questions asked by trainees are all relating to them. I have a curious question which I want to ask is, I want to ask Rizwan, you have played for your state team in Kerala. You left that and you came to UAE. Now you play for the UAE national team. Okay. The question is it Kerala's loss, UAE's gain? If you have to rewind back and if you are make a wish not to listen to Mashood and come to UAE, do you think you would have made justice to your talent?
That's a great point or good question from my mentor. I would say he used to guide me a lot, even when I was sort of troubled with my sudden performances. I used to speak a lot to him. He helped me, he supported me, and we were part of the team which we won the KCL tournament, which is one of the prestigious tournament. And coming to the question, yeah, I had that drive always. Wherever I was playing, I wanted to do well, irrespective of the category or the situations. That my goal was to be the better version of myself wherever I was playing. So I would have still pushed my case. I just took a break when I was at peak in my cricketing days. Yeah, I scored a 70 in Cape Town in my South Africa tour for Kerala. I was sure that if I would have survived one more season, I would have even played for Kerala. I had to wait almost 25 days giving water when I was just got selected to my state team. But I didn't back off. I was persistent. Then I got selected to the South African tour. Even I was eluded the Ranji Trophy. I played all other tournaments for the senior team, like KSA Trophy, like Butchi Babu, like Moinud Dawla. I performed also. I scored a 50 against All India Railways, which had very good players, IPL players like Karan Sharma, JP Yadav, Fazal Faisal, all good players. I scored against them. I scored against Saurashtra, which had Ravindra Jadeja. I scored against Punjab, which had Rahul Sharma, Vipul Sharma. So I did all the process well, but unfortunately, the parents have some expectations. I had to finish my engineering, which now I think I have sort of comfort for me to fall upon. You need to have a plan A and plan B. But I took the plan B when the plan A was going well. I mean, playing cricket was my plan A, but plan B was always studies. I had that, priority wise. But I ensured that I finished my engineering. And just to play cricket, after engineering, I joined in a college for post-graduation, which has nothing related to my engineering. I took MA just to be in a college in Kerala Varma, which had a good college team, just to get an entry into the university team. I had a plan, vision. I thought, I just got back from my state team. I had to make an entry back. So I had a dream that, I'll play for the Indian university. Then, I'll try to perform there and again come back to the limelight. That was my dream. And I got in the university team also. And unfortunately, we didn't have a good wicket there in Pondicherry was that tournament. And I couldn't do well also. But I was still hoping that, I had a couple of years also in the college. I'll try to, play university and come back to the scheme of things. But that was the time when Mashudka called me, said, no, you can have a good career here. We have good level of cricket here. And, you won't believe, when I came here, even first match I went to see was the match which Prashant Brax himself was playing, Sitika Mashud was playing against the team which had James Anderson. I was like, wow, I'm not here in a very bad place. I'm getting to witness a top class team. So that's the level which you get here, which won't you find there unless you play for India. So I would say it's a blessing in disguise for me. So I'm always grateful for Mashudka, guiding me in that case. It's a bit. Hello?
Yeah, thanks, Rizwan. I think that probably sums up. I think you are glad, I think, where you are at the moment. I wish you all the very best, and I will look forward to you playing a lot more for UAE national team and scoring those big hundreds, which I think myself, as well as the academy, as well as Salicheri and Kannur will be very proud of is their prodigy son.
Thanks a lot, Rashid bhai.
Thank you, Prashant bhai. We are blessed to have you as a part of our management. And Rizwan, we have another presence here in the form of Shaika, who has influenced each and every cricketer from tertiary. So Shaika, can you unmute yourself and speak something for our trainees? Radish bhai? Shaika?
Hello. Let me just check. I have asked him to unmute.
Shaika?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, Rimbu.
Hi, Shai. How are you?
എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഞാൻ മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയുന്നതായിരിക്കും നല്ലത്.
അതെ അതെ, ഒരു ചേഞ്ച് വേണമല്ലോ. അത് ഞാനും കുറെ നേരം പറയുന്നു. ആരെങ്കിലും ചോദിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് വെച്ച് ഞാൻ നിൽക്കായിരുന്നു. നമ്മൾ നാട്ടുകാരായിട്ട് മലയാളം പറയെങ്കിലും മോശമല്ലേ, ആരും ചോദിക്കുന്നില്ല.
എനിക്ക് അങ്ങനെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആയിട്ട് ഞാനൊന്നും ഇതുവരെ പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തില്ല. നമ്മൾ കുറെ നല്ല മൊമെന്റ്സ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു നീ തുടങ്ങിയത് ലെഗ് സ്പിന്നർ ആയിട്ട് തുടങ്ങി. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു എറണാകുളം വന്നതിന് ശേഷം തോന്നുന്നു നീ ബാറ്റിംഗ് കുറച്ചും കൂടി ഒന്ന് അതിൽ ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്തെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. കൂടുതൽ പെർഫോം ചെയ്യാൻ തുടങ്ങിയത് കോഡിയന്റിൽ വന്ന് നമ്മൾ ഒരുമിച്ച് കളിച്ചു ആ സമയത്ത്. പിന്നെ അഗ്രസീവിന്റെ ഒരു കാര്യം എനിക്ക് പറയണ്ടേ, എപ്പോ അടികൂടുന്ന റിസ്വാനെ ഞാൻ കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ളൂ ഗ്രൗണ്ടില്. പല 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 കാര്യങ്ങൾക്കും വാശി ഓടിക്കുന്ന റിസ്വാനെ ഫാബിക്കോ അറിയായിരിക്കും. ഒന്നും സമ്മതിച്ചു തരുന്ന റിസ്വാനല്ല. പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് അതിൽ നിന്ന് ഇപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് റിസ്വാൻ ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് മാറിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അന്ന് പേഷ്യൻസ് കുറവായിരുന്നു, ഇന്ന് പക്ഷെ നല്ല പേഷ്യൻസ് ഉണ്ട് എന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. അങ്ങനെയല്ലേ?
വളരെ അടിപൊളി പോയിന്റ് ആണ് ഷായി പറഞ്ഞത്. ഒരു കാര്യം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, തോറ്റു കൊടുക്കില്ലായിരുന്നു ഞാന് പണ്ട്. അത് എന്റെ ഒരു സ്ട്രെങ്ത് ആയിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ കരുതിയത്. പക്ഷെ എന്താ പറയാ, ഞാൻ ഓൾവേസ് ഷായിനെ പോലത്തെ സീനിയേഴ്സിന് അടുത്ത് പഠിക്കാൻ ഞാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുമായിരുന്നു. ഈവൻ ആ സമയത്ത് ഞാൻ സമ്മതിക്കില്ലായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ പിന്നെ വീട്ടിൽ പോയി ചിന്തിക്കായിരുന്നു, ഷായി പറഞ്ഞ വല്ല കാര്യം ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. അപ്പോ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഷായിനെ പോലത്തെ സീനിയേഴ്സിന്റെ സജഷൻസോ അഡ്വൈസോ ഓൾവേസ് ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ ഷായിനെ പറ്റി പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എന്താ പറയാ, നമ്മളൊക്കെ കൊതിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് ഷായിന്റെ അടുത്ത്. എന്താ പറയാ, ഷായി നെച്ചിൽ വന്ന് നമുക്ക് ബോൾ തരുമോ, ചെയ്തു തരുമോ. ഷായിന് കളിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി കൊതിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ നമ്മള് ഷായി പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ കോഡിന് കളിക്കുമ്പോ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ നമ്മൾ ഒരുമിച്ച് കളിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. കുറെ മാച്ചസ് അവിടുന്ന് കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റി. 2 day മാച്ചസ് കളിച്ചു. നല്ല SBT പോലത്തെ ഗുഡ് ഓപ്പോസിഷൻസ് ആയിട്ട് കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റി. അപ്പൊ അവിടുത്തെ നല്ല പ്ലേയേഴ്സ് ആയിട്ട് എഗൻസ്റ്റ് കളിക്കുമ്പോൾ കൂടുതൽ കാര്യങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റി. നമ്മള് കുറെ മാച്ചസ് കളിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മള് ഫിയർ ഓഫ് ഫെയിലിയർ പോകുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെ കുറെ മാച്ചസ് കിട്ടിയത് തന്നെ ആണ് കാരണം എന്റെ പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ കുറച്ചും കൂടിയും പുറത്തു വരാൻ കാരണമായി. നല്ല നല്ല ഓപ്പോസിഷൻ ഓൾ ഇന്ത്യ ടൂർണമെന്റ്സ് നമ്മൾ കളിച്ചു. അപ്പൊ അതൊക്കെ ഷായി പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ബാറ്റിംഗ് ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ആയത് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു അവിടെ നിന്നായിരിക്കും. കാര്യം കുറെ മാച്ചസ്, കാര്യം നമുക്ക് അതുവരെ നമുക്ക് അധികം മാച്ചസ് ഒന്നും കിട്ടാറില്ല. നമ്മൾ ഈ എറണാകുളം കോഡിയന്റിൽ കളിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങിയതിന് ശേഷമാണ് നമ്മൾ കുറെ മാച്ചസ് കളിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങിയത്. അതുപോലെ ഒരു ടീമിനെ എങ്ങനെ കൊണ്ടുപോകാന്നുള്ളത്, ആ മിഡിലില് വന്ന് ബാറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് മുന്നോട്ട് ടീമിനെ കൊണ്ടുപോകാന്നുള്ളതൊക്കെ ആ ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഒക്കെ കിട്ടി അവിടെ നിന്നായിരിക്കാം.
പിന്നെ 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 റാമോഹൻ സാറെ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷനും പറയാണ്ടിരിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. പുള്ളിയും നന്നായിട്ട് ആ സമയത്ത് അവിടുന്ന് മെന്റർ ആയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. നല്ല ഹെൽപ്ഫുൾ സജഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഇവൻ ഞാൻ ഒരു വിഷമഘട്ടത്തിൽ പോകുമ്പോൾ പുള്ളിയും കുറെ മെന്റലി സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതൊക്കെ ഒബിയസ്ലി അത് ഹെൽപ്പാണ്. അപ്പൊ അതും ഈ സമയത്ത് പറയണം.
ഓക്കേ, വേറെന്താ? വേറൊന്നുമില്ല.
അപ്പോ താങ്ക് യു ഷായ് for your
thank you Shaika. Thank you.
Okay.
Then we have Hriday Hiran, our under 16 state player. So Hriday Hiran, unmute yourself and interact with Rizwan ka. Hriday Hiran? Yeah. Yeah,
Hello,
Hriday.
sir. Yeah. Sir, how do you prepare yourself before the match? The day before the match, like what do you talk to yourself or?
Hi Hriday, it's a very good question. I mean, everybody has their own preparations. We have to find the right balance which works for you. Some people, like to play in nets before a match. Some people doesn't play at all in the nets before a match. So you need to sort out which works for you. Some people doesn't play in the nets much. They like to knock a lot. So that you have to sort yourself which works for you. And having a sort of routine for you before every match will help you in the end. You can always sort of fall back. Now I've always done my routines well, so I'm in a good state of mind, good presence of mind, so I can go and execute my skills. So you need to sort of find your own thing and having that visualization. Okay, which bowler I'm going to face next day, which if you are a bowler, okay, which batsman will play the game next day. So sort of having a visualization, thinking of the things for maybe 10 minutes before the sleep, you will have already keep your mind in place. You don't, get excited all of a sudden. If you have already planned before, so it will be making things easy for you. So find a balance which works for you and then bring it as a routine.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Rizwan Ka, we have Masood Ka with us. So he's back. So Masood Ka, unmute yourself. Ritesh bhai.
Let me just check.
Masuka?
Let me just check if he's in.
Tertiary cricket.
TCA. Okay.
So meanwhile, Hriday Hiran has a challenge for you, Rizwan Ka. He's also a leg spinner. He's settled in Dubai. So
is
when
it?
we talk, when we talk, he said that I will get him out.
Really?
So do you?
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully I'll play against him. So,
Yeah.
I welcome him for the challenge, and I'll reward you also if you get me out.
So then next we have a special person. I think you will admire him every time. So this is Mazhar Moidu. He's our own Mazhar Moidu. So I would like to welcome Mazhar Moidu to ask you a question and interact with you.
Hi, Mazhar.
Hello, Rizwan.
How are you,
Yes,
Mazhar?
Hello.
Hello, the voice is getting around. Hello?
Mazhar ka
Hello?
voice break down. Voice break down.
Voice break.
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് ഹോൾഡ് Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazhar.
Okay. കറണ്ട് ഇല്ല, അതാണ് എന്നെ കാണാത്തത്. Very great to hear you, Rizwan.
Thanks a lot, Mazhar.
One thing I'm sure, after hearing you, are getting into the best version of yourself.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
But as a person also.
Thanks a lot for your kind words, Mazhar.
A lot of things to learn, not only to the cricketers, but also to us. Still remembering the good old days we have. We used to practice in the old municipal stadium. നമ്മള് നെറ്റ്സിൽ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരുപാട് നല്ല നല്ല മെമ്മറീസ് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്.
Sure. അത് ആക്ച്വലി ഞാൻ പറയുകയും ചെയ്തു കുറച്ചു മുമ്പേ. ആ ഒരു കോമ്പറ്റീറ്റീവ്നെസ് ഒരുപാട് ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.
യെസ് അതാണ് ഞാനും അതിലേക്ക് തന്നെ വന്നത്. എല്ലാ നെറ്റ് സെഷനും വെരി കോമ്പറ്റീറ്റീവ് ആയിരുന്നു. നമ്മളിപ്പോ 20 മിനിറ്റ് 25 മിനിറ്റ് ബാറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ലാസ്റ്റ് ഒരു 5 മിനിറ്റിലേക്ക് എത്തുന്ന സമയത്ത് ലാസ്റ്റ് ഓവറിൽ ആ സമയത്തുള്ള നമ്മളെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ സന്തോഷം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ലാസ്റ്റത്തെ 5 മിനിറ്റിൽ പോലീസ് സ്റ്റേഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു നമ്മുടെ ടാർഗറ്റ്. അടിക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞ നമ്മളെ ടാർഗറ്റ് റിസ്വാന്റെ ലാസ്റ്റ് ഓവറാണ്. ഈ ഓവർ നിന്റെ 3 സിക്സ് എങ്കിൽ പോലീസ് സ്റ്റേഷനിൽ അടിക്കുന്നു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബാസ്കറ്റ് കോർട്ടിലേക്ക് അടിക്കുന്നു. ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം പോലീസുകാരുടെ ചീത്ത കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്.
പോലീസുകാർ
ആസിം ഖാന്റെ ചീത്ത കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ ആ മൾട്ടി പർപ്പസ് ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ നമ്മൾ അത്രയും ഹെൽത്തി ആയിട്ടുള്ള നെറ്റ് സെഷൻസ് ഒക്കെയാണ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഡെഫിനറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ആ സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്ത പ്രാക്ടീസ് ഒക്കെ നിന്റെ ലൈഫിൽ ത്രൂ നിന്റെ പേഴ്സണൽ ലൈഫിലായിരിക്കാനും ശരി, നിന്റെ ക്രിക്കറ്റിംഗ് ലൈഫിലായാലും ശരി, ആ ഒരു കോമ്പറ്റീറ്റീവ്നെസ്, അതൊരു എന്താ പറയാ നെവർ ഗിവ് അപ്പ് ആറ്റിറ്റ്യൂഡ്, അപ്പൊ അതെല്ലാം നിന്റെ പേഴ്സണൽ ലൈഫിലും അതേപോലെ തന്നെ ക്രിക്കറ്റിംഗ് ലൈഫിലും ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു വിചാരിക്കുന്നു.
ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ വെച്ചാല് ഇപ്പൊ ഞങ്ങൾ ആ ബാച്ചില് ആ സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു കോർ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ആ ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ ഒരാൾ പോലും ക്രിക്കറ്റിനെ കൊണ്ട് മോശമായിട്ടില്ല. ഒരാൾ പോലും. കാരണം ഒരു ലെവൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേറെ ലെവൽ അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ആ ഒരു നമ്മളെ കോർ ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ. ബിക്കോസ് വി വെർ പാഷനേറ്റ്, we were loving the game irrespective of the result. That passion helped us one way or the another. And I was always very proud, to see you come up the ranks. We played together and you became the assistant coach of the state team which I played, which I think it's a massive achievement from yourself also. I mean, I was also very happy to see you also coming up the ranks. We played together, we fighted each other, and you became my coach itself, for the state team. So that's a very good achievement and a good message for the youngsters also, I believe. if you don't find the result, don't get dejected, don't worry. The game will reward yourself for the hard work which you put.
Great. Rizwan, you are a very good batsman and a decent leg spinner and a brilliant fielder too. I still remember the catches you have taken in the under-25 state matches. We are still recollecting those days. We have won against Railways, who are the topper of the tournament, and we have beat them in 2.5 days. I'm still remembering the catches you have taken in the Sleep Gully region of the bowling of Sandeep Warrior and Niaz. Those 5 stunning catches still in our eyes. So, how you are preparing in fielding nowadays also?
I would give the credit to the fielding sessions we had those times. Even in our, that I said now, in our core group, I don't think these young guys would relate to that. You know, we would play a game. We would be in 2 groups, okay, and we would throw ourselves the ball up, and we will play a game. Whoever drops more catches, they'll be losing. So that competitiveness in the fielding also helped us. That became a part of our culture or my habit. And we Telisharians always used to be good fielders. You know, that's all sums down to the habit or the culture we developed. No, that sort of, it just, we will throw ourselves. If you see, if I put my reason, I will not take that catch which you referred in the match. It was, you know, Sandeep Warrior is easily 140.
Yeah.
He was just fired up, he was throwing himself up, and in the slips it was flying. But I never thought twice. I just throw myself because I had that instinct. I have prepared enough for the matches, the practice or the culture which I've developed. That made it easy for me.
Yes.
So, you know, that sort of culture or habit helped me even today.
Yeah.
So yeah, that all sum to the habits which we develop.
Great. So you are the leg spinner with a lot of variation, and you like experiments in bowling in the nets. You have googly, flipper, this, that, and all, and you call several names for your several deliveries that even we don't know. And we haven't seen any cricketing dictionary also. So to the youngsters, my question is, Rizwan, nowadays the trend is that the guys want to try a lot of things in short period of time. They're in bowling as well as in batting. So can you please share your experience with the kids as a bowler or as a leg spinner when you try your variations in the match? Can you share with the kids?
Yeah, I'll share that with an example. You know, I'm a reader of a guy called Robin Sharma. Okay, I recently started that habit. In one of his books, he said once a lady went to Aristotle or something, if I remember the name. I don't remember exactly the name. The person who is a good painter. Okay, and he painted for her a picture within 30 seconds.
Okay.
And he said it's a $30 million picture. And she was like, you made a $30 million picture in 30 seconds? You know, then he replied, it took me 30 years to do that. So to develop those variation, you need to work hard in the nets, the skill. You should ask questions to your coaches, watch videos to the people you admire. For example, I used to watch a lot of videos from Shane Warne. I used to be amazed how he does that. Then I would try to bring that in practice. And I would fail a lot. I'm not telling, okay, I always had that. But I used to fail a lot. I used to get wickets. I used to go for magic balls. But with experience, I learned how to when to try the variation, when to bring out your stock ball. That you learn from the experience. But the faster you learn, the better you are. So I would say that I shared that also before to some of the question. If you are an attacking bowler, attacking bowler is a guy who will always try for the variation, isn't it? So having a defensive field will always help you. This is the point which Shane Warne shared once. So if you're an attacking bowler, if you have the comfort of a defensive field, that will ensure that you get the second over again from the captain. You can still try your variation, and still you'll not go for runs. So if you go for runs, you'll not get the second over. isn't it?
Yeah.
So that balance, you have to bring from the practice. That practice will give you confidence to try in the match. That's my suggestion.
Thank you, Rizwan, for sharing these wonderful insights. And I'm
Thanks a
very
lot, Mazda.
sure with your work ethics and smart work, you will definitely play for the national team for a longer period of time, and will keep making us proud. And wishing
Thanks a
you
lot,
the
Mazda.
very best, Rizwan. And thanks for joining us. And over
Thanks
to
a lot.
Vaishak.
Thanks a lot, Mazda.
താങ്ക് യു മസർക്ക. താങ്ക് യു മസർക്ക. സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മളെ കണ്ണൂർ ക്രിക്കറ്റ് എത്ര ഭാഗ്യം ചെയ്ത ആൾക്കാരല്ലേ. നമുക്ക് കുറെ ജില്ലക്കാർക്ക് സ്വപ്നം പോലും കാണാൻ പറ്റാത്ത എത്ര ടാലൻസ് ആണ് നമുക്കുള്ളത് സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ. ഓക്കെ, ദെൻ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ടാലന്റ് ആണ് നമ്മുടെ സ്പിൻ ബോളിംഗ് വിസർഡ്, സ്പിൻ ബോളിംഗ് വിസർഡ് മഷൂക്ക is online. Mashooka, can you please unmute yourself?
Sorry, Vaishak. Thank you so much. And hi, Riz.
Hi, Mashka.
How are you? Thank you so much for. I'm hearing your nice words. Thanks a lot. Rizwan, for me, is like a top-class cricketer with strong character, can-do attitude, never say die, and always wanted to win the match. Any captain would love to have him in his team. So that is what Rizwan for me. I still remember that means we have been playing for the Kerala Premier League, one of the best tournament in UAE at that time. Means you came and told me that you would like to open, although my initial plan was that means you'll be playing in the middle overs to get the team through. So you came and told me that means you would like to open. Then I said fine. If you can do the role for us, this is what the role for the openers, and if you can do that role for me, absolutely not an issue. I think you remember that, right, Riz?
Yeah. Definitely,
Yes.
I do remember clearly.
Yeah. I mean, I really like that. The reason why it is means you always there to support the team or do the role for the team what the team wanted. And you, as a captain, you come to me multiple times. You had given your thoughts, your views, your suggestions. Can we do this one to win the match? I really like that one. So my question back to you is, Riz, which is the difficult bowler you would like to play, or a difficult bowler you had played in UAE?
In terms of skill, you are way up there. To be fair, even at the age of this 45 or whatever you are still a force to reckon with. I'm not exaggerating. Even many guys from UAE would testify that. Even the skill level he has, even at this age, and the performance he does, is amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, definitely you are one among them. But with the experience which I played till now, I would rate Shannon Gabriel one of the best I have played. He when we played in ICC against them, his run-up would start from the boundary line. I would keep waiting him to finish his loading, but he won't even reach that. I would get tired watching him run. That was one of the best bowler, I would say. He used to bowl 145. So that was the best spell which I have played. Easily 145. Unfortunately, I did a mistake of cover drive him 3 times to the boundary, which he didn't like, and he started bowling only bounces to me later. so that was one of the experience I've had in terms of quality.
That's great. Thanks, Riz. In fact, I mean, it's great to know that means you played top class bowlers, Anwar Ali, Gabriel, all. And I'm quite fortunate enough to be part of your success, getting over here means, and I'm quite very, very sure that means you will be playing 100 ODI matches or 100 matches for UAE. All the very best.
Thanks a lot, Mashka. Thanks a lot for being there always in my highs and lows. So I would always be grateful for that.
Always.
Thank you, Mashulka. Thank you to have you here. So,
Thank you.
Rizwanka, we are moving on to the last one for the day. So, is there any message that you have to give for anyone approaching to you, being a cricketer, struggling in some part of the game?
Yeah, the message I have to give is that don't give up on your dream, even if it feels impossible right now. It will fall in place. As we discussed previously also, don't give up on a dream. Have enough ambition or drive, to keep pushing, even it feels impossible right now. But if you have the right plans and strategy and the good people around you, ensure that you have the right people around you. That's a key thing. The people always wants the best for you, will keep you pushing even the things are hard. Keep those good circles around, and have good faith. Always believe in that. If you do the right work, right things, Almighty will always help you in that case. So keep pursuing your dream, and you can achieve the impossible. That's my message to all who is watching here right now.
Okay, Rizwan, we are blessed to have you here. Your valuable time for us, and your happy mentality, your humbleness towards the young ones. And I would like to welcome Mohammad Riza to deliver the vote of speech. Thank you, Rizwan. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Mohammad Riza.
A very good evening to one and all. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the word of thanks for this evening to all dignitaries assembled here. I would like to thank Go-Getters management for organizing this beautiful opportunity. I would like to thank our special guest, Mr. Rizwan Rauf, UAE national cricket player, who honored this evening with his inspirational thoughts and speech. And thank you, sir, for your valuable time. I would like to thank our sponsors, Air Arabia and Canara Bank, for their very generous contribution to our academy. We want to spend warm thanks and appreciation and hope you know how much you are valid. And I would like to thank our beloved coaches and Go-Getters trainees for making this evening a grand success. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for inviting me here. It was my pleasure to be here. I mean, I'm always there for you guys. You can always, keep me in touch. So I'm always there to help in whatever ways I can. And wish you everyone the very best. And hope you achieve what you aim for in life.
Thank you, sir.
Rizwan,
Thank you, Rizwan.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Take care.
So that's it for the day. And good night.
Thank
Good night,
you.
all. Thank you. Bye.
Vaishak.
Good night.
Shraddha.
Good night. Good night.
Ratish,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank
Good night,
you,
sir.
Rizwan.
Thank you
Well
all.
done,
Thank you all.
Vaishak.